Hey guys, what's up? Jace here, and today I'll be ranking the Smash games from worst to best in my opinion. So if your Smash game is at the top, it doesn't mean it's bad. I actually like all the Smash games to a certain degree, and I don't think any of them are actually bad. The way I'll be ranking the games are from how much I enjoyed the game, the amount of content that was added in the game, single player modes, and how the game felt in a competitive environment. And also before we get into this, I'll be referring to Smash Wii U and Smash 3DS together, and I won't be putting them separately. First off, we got the original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64. I don't think this is really much of a surprise for you all. This is the game that started it all and it was good for its time. In no way is this game bad. The reason why it's my least favorite is because of the lack of content it had compared to the rest of the games. In this game, you only have 12 characters and a few modes like Break the Targets and Classic Mode. In this game, we are also missing a lot of mechanics that were in future Smash games like tilts. You also have to play with the N64 controller, which is not the most comfortable controller out there if I'm being honest. Also, you only have a few stages to choose from, and the only competitively viable stage is Dreamlands. Anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. It's not really its fault that it's this low. It's the game that started it all, and they obviously never knew what the franchise would become in the future, and they were dealing with the N64, which is not the most powerful console out there. Anyways, that's it for Smash 64, and let's get on to the next game. Next, we got Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS, also known as Smash 4, which is what I'll be referring to it as. Wow, bet you guys didn't expect this game to be so low. The reason why this game is as low as it is for three reasons: single player content, the game's mechanics, and the console that it was on. Okay, I'm going to start with what I like about the game. I like the characters that they added in this game. They added characters that we thought would never be seen in Smash before, like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII and Ryu from Street Fighter, and Mega Man, well, for Mega Man. We also got the introduction to 8-player Smash, which is not really my way to play the game, but is a good addition for the casuals. The game came on a handheld for the first time, being on a 3DS, which wasn't too bad, being able to play Smash anywhere and not just on the big screen. It was fantastic, even though it did break my 3DS joysticks. We also got For Glory, which was pretty fun, being able to play online with competitive rules and being able to switch characters after every match with the same person. I'm talking to you, Ultimate. So some things I liked about the game. Now getting to the things that I didn't like about the game. First off, we got the lack of single player content that this game had coming off of Brawl. A lot of people were expecting another single player story mode like Subspace Emissary, but instead we got Smash the board game. On 3DS we got Smash Run, which is definitely not on Subspace level, but definitely better than Smash World Tour. Next, some of the mechanics and characters in this game I did not like at all. A lot of the characters relied on ladder combos to be viable, and there's a lot of jank things that should have not happened. Also, Rage being an overpowered comeback mechanic, which stole games off of many players and benefits a lot of characters, making them viable or not. I feel like if there was a way to turn off Rage, it could have been much better, and characters dominating meta like Cloud and Bayonetta really led the game in a downward spiral. And lastly, we got the console that Smash 4 came out on, the Wii U, which was a failure that only sold 13.56 million units, which meant that not many people actually had Smash 4, which led to less of my friends actually having the game. So it was really just me playing on my own. Not the game's fault, the console's fault. Overall, I think Smash 4 is a really good game with some flaws that made the game my second least favorite Smash game of all time. Next up, we got Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. Okay guys, I'm going to be honest with you on this pick. This is highly off nostalgia. So Brawl was my first Smash game that I played that introduced me to the series. I would play Brawl all the time at my grandma's house with my cousins, and they were some of my favorite memories. The game added a bunch of new characters coming off of Melee, and third-party characters for the first time in Smash was Snake from Metal Gear Solid, and Sonic, well, from Sonic the Hedgehog. This game added the greatest single-player mode that Smash will probably ever see with Subspace Emissary, which was a mode where all the characters come together to interact, which was cool for the first time seeing all my favorite Nintendo characters come together and fight the bad guy Taboo. While I will admit the story of the actual Subspace Emissary was not that good, but the gameplay and the cutscenes made up for it. Okay, now getting into the things that I don't like about Brawl. Well, the game just feels slow compared to its predecessor Melee, which we all know how fast that game is, and also the random mechanics that hinder the competitive scene, such as tripping, which really served no purpose. It was literally telling you to slow down, you're going too fast. I also don't like how the meta was dominated by Meta Knight. In the competitive scene, you also see a bunch of Meta Knights in top 8, and the character was just outright broken. Also, another thing I don't like about it was the online. It was great that Nintendo added online for the first time to Smash, but my god was it unplayable. Almost all the games were just lag fest to the point that you didn't even want to play the online mode because of how bad it was. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about Brawl. I totally understand if this game is lower on your personal list, but it was my personal favorite because of my childhood. Now on to the next game. Next, we got Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. Super Smash Bros. Melee is a legendary game, man. This game came out back in 2001 and is still one of the most alive and vibrant competitive scenes out there in gaming. What makes this game so good is the mechanics and competitive scene, if I'm being honest. Even if you're not good at Smash and you don't play Melee, it's such a fun game to watch compared to the rest of the games, and is my favorite to watch out of all the Smash games. This game is really interesting if you're interested in learning the game mechanics and like wave dashing and L canceling that aren't in other Smash games. This game also has a very good single player content, as it has home run contests, break the targets of being personalized per character. And you also have adventure mode, which I would say is the main highlight of the single player content in this game. where you go to different characters' roles such as Mario and Zelda and beat the stage by defeating the enemy and doing the platforming on the stage. And they also have All-Star mode where you beat all the characters in the game only using 3 health containers. The only negative thing that I have to say about this game is the lack of viable characters that are in this game. If you really want to be good at the game and compete in tournaments and make it far, you're going to at least pick a high tier character, which makes over half of the cast unviable. If you're just playing for fun though, it really doesn't matter who you play. You should play whoever you want, but really Melee really does shine in a competitive environment. So if you're looking to play the game just for fun, I wouldn't recommend this entry in this series, but the game is really fun to watch, and I'll at least still recommend trying the game out. It is the best time to get into it, seeing as rollback net play was just added. Lastly, my favorite Smash game is the most recent one in the series, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. I love this game. This game came out at the end of 2018 and is already my most played Smash game out of all of them. Let me start with what I love about this game. The amount of characters that this game has right now, we have 76 characters, with every character that has ever been in Smash added. And Joker from Persona 5, my favorite game of all time, is in this game. When I was watching the Game Wars live and I saw he was in, I was screaming. Also, some long requested characters such as Banjo and Ridley made it into the game. 2 characters that we never thought would make it into Smash. Another thing that is really hype about this game is the constant addition of new characters through DLC. Literally anyone could make it at this point, and it's so hype speculating who's going to be the next fighter. Another thing that I really like about this game is the gameplay. It feels good to play offline, I must say. We'll get into online a little bit later. I like how they toned down the rage from Smash 4, which is a broken mechanic. I like how they took away a lot of ladder combos that made characters that just had that taken away, and they took away a lot of the jank from Smash 4. I also like how the game is a lot faster, which is a lot better for spectating and to play. That's enough for the general mechanics. Now let's move on to the single player content. This is the first time since Brawl where we had a single player story mode called Road to Light, which is like a board game where you are fighting up powered up enemies while you power yourself up using the Containing Solid Spirit, which is what you get after beating the enemies. It can be really fun at first, but then gets repetitive after a while. It has cool lore, but nowhere as good as Subspace Emissary. You don't get as much character-to-character interaction, and doesn't really start to pick up until near the end. Definitely still better than Smash the board game though, I must say. All I've been doing so far is praising the game. Now let me state some things that I dislike about the game. I bet you all saw this one coming. The online is complete dog shit. I can't stand it. Elite Smash is such a stupid system. You put the preferred rules to get the matches that you want, and sometimes you don't even get them. If you played the game when it first came out, this was such a big problem, but now that it's fixed, you get more of the matches that you want, but it's still not guaranteed. Sometimes you'll get game with random stage and random items. The connection for the online is awful. Ultimate already has the highest input delay when it comes to any of the Smash games, with 7 frames of input delay from when you press the button to when it comes on the screen. And online adds an additional 5 frames of input delay, which makes it worse and just feels terrible. Something that I do like about the online though is the battle arenas that the game has, which makes it easy to play with a group of friends. Other than the online, something that I don't like is the buffer system that is added in the game, which causes a lot of SDs by accident, which is even worse online. Basically anything online in this game is bad and offline is good. Okay, well, I've been going on for a while now. I think that Ultimate has a bright future for the competitive scene, with the game constantly growing and more characters being added. Let's just hope that one day Nintendo can fix its god-awful online. Well guys, that's my ranking of Smash games from least to greatest. Don't get mad if your favorite wasn't my favorite or your favorite's at the bottom of the list. I like all the Smash games to a certain degree, and all of this is in my opinion. Your list can look very different from mine. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it. If you could subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment stating your favorite Smash game. Also check out the Twitch at twitch.tv/jcda. I stream every week on there. Don't really got a schedule yet. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.